Hi guys, it's Chessa with Checker. Welcome to our sneak peek at what's new for Fall Quilt Market. Just like you, quilt shops from all over the world depend on Checker for the newest fabrics and notions. Today I'll be showing you just a few of the over 120,000 items that you can find at checkerdisc.com. Also, as we are getting ready for Fall Quilt Market here in the Checker buying office, and we are just so excited to be heading back to Houston, and we hope you're planning to be there. We're going to be exhibiting October 29th through the 31st at the George R. Brown Convention Center. As always, we'll be showcasing the latest fabrics from your favorite vendors and notions from Checker, Creative Grids, and the Gypsy Quilter. We encourage you to make an appointment today with one of our experienced team members. They really help make the shop owner's life easier, so make sure you contact your Checker sales rep or Byron Masson or Jim McDonald, and we're going to go ahead and drop their emails in the comments so you can schedule an appointment if you haven't already, or get in touch with your sales rep if you don't already have one. Don't forget about our Q&A at the end. Our buyers are standing by to answer any questions you might have. If you need to step away from this video, no worries, because it remains on Facebook and you can come back and watch again or finish watching whenever your most convenient time is. And it's always fun to see where you guys are watching from, so make sure you put a comment with your shop name and location, and maybe you'll get a shout out. Hello to Mary from Little Max in Michigan. How are you doing today? Hello Tammy from the Quilt Kitchen Exeter in Ontario. Judy from Judy Q Block in Oregon. Sandra B Cool Designs in Colorado. Thanks for tuning in today. And Stephanie Stitches in Ohio. We're going to go ahead and jump right in with books from C&T. First, we have iron-on labels. You can add sacks to your quilt labels and gift tags. There are more than 100 snarky designs that you can stitch, color, or paint. And as you can see, they are reversed because you know you transfer. And I would like to read some of them, but I would probably get in trouble, so I'm not going to. Like this one is cute. It says, "Don't look too closely. Love," insert your name. So, because you guys know, we always feel like we made a mistake and everybody's going to notice it, but in reality, we're the only ones that notice it because we're harder on ourselves than anybody else. So, jam-packed with over 100 cute designs that you can customize, embellish, so on and so forth. Next, let's turn panels into one-of-a-kind quilts with the Fun with Panels book. You will learn the process of making the panel quilt and explore how to square up selections, work with challenging measurements, and use different types of settings. Fun with Panels. Lastly, from C&T is the 5th installment in the Door Country Quilts by Anne Hazelwood. This one is Christmas Surprises at the Door. Claire meets new acquaintances from Missouri, and one surprise after another will keep you engaged as you celebrate a glorious Christmas season. From Abrams is Lodo Jansdotter Everyday Patterns, Easy Sew Pieces to Mix and Match. It is an inspiring guide to creating a flexible 7-piece wardrobe with everyday patterns with a Scandinavian elegance. There's even some accessories. It's all about flexible, kind of customizable garments to wear at home or when you're out in your neighborhood. And included are some fun ways to alter each one for the seasons or your mood. Everyday patterns. Two-of-a-Kind Quilts from Martingale was written by Lisa Alexander and Susan Ake. These gals are just two peas in a pod when it comes to designing must-make quilt patterns. You will build your scrap quilting skills as you stitch your way through 12 striking patterns. Two-of-a-Kind Quilts. Next, from Guild of Master Craftsmen, is a fun and clever flip page instruction book for designing and creating your own unique headwear creations. But look how fun this, you can just flip each page and you can come up with a custom design. Talk about interactive. So it contains photographs of different hat brims, bodies, and crowns. And when you combine them, you can make a total of 10,626 different ways to create hat patterns. And then, of course, your instructions, your knitting know-hows. 10,000 knitted hats. Dee Grieg has chosen to express herself in a palette of neutral shades in her Simply Neutral, A Narrative of Quilts book, which is from Quiltmania. There are 21 projects proposed in the book. They're all very easy to make, from piecing, blocks, and a few appliques. You are sewing accessories to simple or spectacular quilts. It is a perfect book for all levels and interior styles. Simply Neutral. From Cuddle is the Essential Shishiko, a dictionary of the 92 most popular patterns. This book provides full-size templates and patterns for 92 shishiko stitches. All the patterns you are likely to need on a daily basis. It provides lessons on the literal ins and outs of forming these stitches and how to use the accompanying templates to create your patterns. Instructions for 11 simple projects give you a chance to try these lovely stitches out for yourself. Now we're going to talk about this very large beauty behind me. This is called Party Animals. This is by McKay Manor Musers. And life may be crazy, but these little guys are crazy, more crazy, and they are ready to have some fun. This pattern walks you through the steps of making 15 individual blocks, each with a fun woodland critter that is just prepared to party. This is a quilt as you go pattern where you sew and flip the fabrics and put the blocks together with sashing. Overall, it is 60 inches wide by 72 inches tall. And of course, you can add borders to make it a full square, or just to add some width to your project. The pattern includes all the fabric requirements, and they also talk about how they love to use Shannon Cuddle for their animals, because if you can't tell from watching the video, because we're not that up close and personal, there are different types of cuddle used on the animals. You can see you have the really long and fluffy, and then your regular luxe cuddle, and it's like a sensory pattern. And it doesn't stop there, because McKay Manor Musers uses Cuddle, which plug is available at Checker if you didn't already know that from Shannon. All these cuddly gnomes are also using Shannon Cuddle fabric. Gnomes, we just can't get enough of them, can we? They are everywhere. You can't have too many. My mom loves them, so every time I show them, she gets super excited. And you can have one for every season, every holiday to match your decor. So this is a super simple way to put together a family of gnomes. As you can see, you have 3 different sizes. There is a 12-inch tall gnome, 10, and then an 8. And again, with your Cuddle, the kind of extra texture you get. Lastly, from McCain Manor is the water bottle and phone sling. So this is designed to carry your water bottle. As you can see, there's one inside here. And so you have that large pocket, and then you have a little bit smaller of a pocket on the other side that you can slip your phone into. You could also just slip your phone onto the inside without your water bottle. And as on this example, there's the little hoop so that you can attach your keys, and it tucks inside. So you always have them right on you, but you can also be hands-free. Of course, you can put your license, cash, or credit cards in it as well. And again, this one has Cuddle on it, this one does not. It is all your personal design. Next, I have a new one from Amanda Murphy Design. This one is called the Sewing Room Sampler 2. There is an original. This is so you can celebrate your notions with this 51, which I already have upside down, by 79-inch modern piece, which gives you a lot of quilting possibilities as well. More of it. So this pattern does include a download code for applique in the hoop files for the buttons and the bobbins. And the download also includes SVG files for digital fabric cutters. Tracing diagrams are also included if you prefer to hand trace the designs onto paper-backed fusible web. So there are options for everybody. And from Harbor Sales, we have 4 new Vivolox products. Isn't the bright yellow just so cheerful? So I'm just kind of briefly going to go over all 4 of them. I would recommend visiting our website, or this is a good time to remind you that the link in the description of this video takes you to these items exclusively on our website. So first, there is one that has an optical grade 3x magnifier. It includes connectors to the task lamp that we already have, and it has a nice base so you can have freestanding use as well. You don't have to clamp it on something. And it also, like I mentioned, has the magnifier, which has been their #1 requested add-on, is a magnifier for the rechargeable battery task lamp. And they did note that it is a 3x magnifier, which is more of a magnification than most do. Most only do 2. So if you really want to get up close and personal, this is great. There is also a 2-inch round optical grade detachable 3x magnifier. That's a mouthful. Again, your package includes your connector to the craft light. You have the nice flexible arm so you can adjust to get the light where you need it. And it has a handy clip so that the magnifier can be clipped onto things like your embroidery hoops or your books. You know, not everything we show you specifically has to be used for your quilting or your sewing. You can use it in your everyday life too. And then there is the Vivolox task lamp with the 6x4-inch optical grade 3x magnifier, and it has a US plug. This is in addition to the rechargeable battery task lamp with the wireless charger, so you can set your phone on the base and you can charge it if your phone has those wireless capabilities. And it has the USB charger port, so again, it's rechargeable. You don't have to have it plugged into the wall at all times, which I hate because then you can't move it around as you need it. You can clip it directly to the base so that it can be used as freestanding, but you also have the option of using it as an independent items separate of the task lamp. And last is the craft light with the 2-inch round optical braid 3-time magnifier. This one also has the US plug and the flexible arm, all the great things we've kind of mentioned. These are all a mix and match of all of them depending on what specifically you need it for. This one also has the handy clip so that you can attach it to other items like your book we talked about earlier. Because if you were like me, you were always trying to read, but you don't want all the lights on in the house because it's late, so it would be nice to have just a separate light for exactly what you need it for. Next, we have some replacement back magnets from Sew Tights. So if you're not familiar with Sew Tights, they are magnetic sewing pins. So instead of pinning your fabric, you just use the front and back magnet to pin it. And now they have the replacement backs for their most popular models, which are your originals and your minis, which is also the light bars. They're the same size. Your magnums, your HD, and your dots. So this is great because I actually was curious of what I was going to have to do if I accidentally lost one of them. So then they also were nice enough to send samples of their packs. A lot of them are now available in 12 packs, which they were not originally. So you got your 3 packs and your 12 packs and your dots. This is a new colorway, if I believe correctly. I don't feel like they're orange. I could be wrong, don't hold me to that. But I use these in my everyday life. I use these to put things on my fridge. I use them here at work to put stuff on my cabinets. Again, not everything has to be used specifically for your sewing and quilting needs, but obviously they can be. They're great for working with like cork or kind of thick fabric where if you were to put a pin through it, the hole would remain and it wouldn't really come out, kind of like how you can rub it out on cotton. So this is a great alternative to the pins. Next I have from Emma Creation our toolless plastic snap fasteners. So here just to show you all of the colors. They are available in a 9 and 13 millimeter size. There are 10 colors, each available in each size. So these easily can be snapped together with your fingers. You don't have to use any tools to hammer it together or anything like that. So they do come in individual packs. There is not a case pack like this, but this is a great way to show you all of the colors. So that's from Emma Creation. Also from them are these variegated silk hand embroidery floss. Take a couple out. They are the Soyette. I knew I wasn't going to say it right, but I gave it a try anyway. They are 15 size. You have a giant variety of colors. You can buy the colors individually, or you can buy them in this promotional pack box set like I have here. I'm a big fan of starting with a box set of something so you have a large variety of colors to try things out with, and then you kind of have your stash built up, and then you can just kind of buy stuff as you need it or as you want it, because I buy it when I want it. Moving right along today, we have the Omni Rack Mini. This is hot on the heels of their popular Omni Rack Original, and so now you have it in a smaller for your smaller places. It is a third the size of the original. It's built for portability, space limitations, and versatility, because you can use it alone or you can cozy it up to the original to add extra storage space where it's needed. The size, like they mentioned, is great for portability. You can take it along to your retreats or your vacations. It has an integrated catch-all compartment, so you can just throw your loose pins and stuff in there. And it is flexible. And the base is a non-slip, so you don't have to, well, it's the packaging, so I can't do that now. But you don't have to worry about it sliding around as you toss stuff in it. All right, now I love a good sewing basket. I think they're cute. I love all the goodies that come with them. So from Dritz, we're gonna start with the premium oval sewing basket. This one includes supplies for embroidery and hand sewing products. As you can see, you have your, really all the stuff you need. You have those nice little hand scissors. You have a thimble. You have 12 colors of embroidery floss and 10 hand needles. And it comes in this super cute design. Of course, you have your carrying handle. Now, if this design or the oval design isn't for you, don't worry, because there is another premium quality sewing basket. This one is also loaded with all sorts of colorful coordinated sewing tools. You have your magnetic pin holder, you have some shears, you have your little tomato, tape measure, white chalk pen, tape measure, needles, all the good stuff. This is great for somebody starting out, or if you just want to have something just for, you know, when your button falls off or things like that. I always keep a little hand sewing bag with me when I travel because you never know when you're gonna need it. Also from Dritz is this hand needles and threader set. I also love a good set, not just the sewing baskets. I just like when everything comes already all coordinated. You don't have to look around to match everything, so these kind of things are perfect for me. So this includes the most commonly used hand needle types, and it's combined with a storage and organization solution, complemented with a novelty needle threader. You have assorted sizes of gold eye sharps, betweens, and embroidery needles. And then you have your storage tubes that are labeled for easy identification. So really everything is done for you. You just have to buy it and take it home. Next, another color coordinated collection of tools for measuring, holding stuff, because you have the weights here, so you can mark your tissue, paper, patterns, and fabric with those weights. There are long length straight pins in the middle that have these really cute dress form pin heads. So those are suitable for various types and weights of fabrics. There is another white pencil, great for marking, and it is retractable, so you don't have to worry about accidentally breaking a piece off. And then of course you have your traditional 60-inch tape measure that on the inside has a cute dress form design. If you're just interested in the weights that were in this other one, you can buy the pattern weights separately. Again, these are great for putting on your paper patterns, just holding things down. We actually have some friends who in the warehouse use them to hold their papers down because we have the fans out there, and you know, you don't want your papers blowing away everywhere. And lastly, from Dritz is this adorable fashion dress formed shaped, it's not dress form, sorry. It is a dome, pink floral and black. It kind of matches the dress form I showed you from them a couple of weeks ago. And it has this cute scissor it comes with. And it's super nice because you have a slot right in the middle for it. So as long as you remember to put it back, you're not going to lose it in your pile of other stuff. These are 3 3/4 inch scissors. And you have lots of options for pushing your pins in and keeping them also from being loose and lost amongst all of your stuff. was my last one from Dritz today. Let's see who else is watching. Hello, Carla Jean and Quilting Crazy in Florida. Thanks for tuning in today. Hello, Pat on the Back in Fountain Hills. Terry from the Laughing Ewe Canal in Ohio. Karen from Sew and Love Fabric Shop in Vermont. Renee from Florida. Emily from Stitch by Stitch in Canada. And Inger from Norway. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. I'm going to show you a couple new patterns that I have from Sassafras Lane Designs. First one is Danny Dinos. So this is a fun and quick applique pattern that you can personalize for the kids in your life. There are 4 different dinosaurs to choose from. You have your T-Rex, your Brontosaurus, your Triceratops, and your Stegosauruses. Try saying that 4 times fast. The quilt finishes at 40 by 54 inches, and it includes full-size reverse tracing templates and alphabet readies for applique. Aren't they so cute? So since they have the alphabet, you can see you can customize the top, you can put the name of the kiddo it's for, or the type of dinosaur it is. Again, it's awesome to have the customizability on your projects. Next, from Sassafras Lanes, you're gonna come take a ride on the wild side with Zootropolis 2. It's a fun sequel to their original book, and this one has 21 new fabulous applique animals. Fold it over so you can see some more. So there are 2 quilt patterns as well as pill patterns and lots of fun bonuses. That also includes a quilt pattern which features all the animals rolling through town on a tall bus. Let me grab those pillows. Super cute. You can make a blanket for the bed with the matching pillows. There are triangles, quarter square triangles, and they're all the same sized animals, so it goes together very well, and you can make things bigger, make things smaller, make pillows, make table runners, make bed runners. Again, the possibilities are endless. Moving right along, I have one from Sew Mariana. We are getting into the Christmas spirit, which is my favorite. So this tree is made with hexagons. It's called the Jolly Tree, and it's as straightforward as hexes can get. You're just going to repeat the same construction sequence for everything but the simply pieced base. So this one is pre-cut and scrap friendly, and there are absolutely no wide seams. Next up, I have some items from the Decorating Diva. First is the Alma Bag, and this is the first in their alphabet series. It is a medium-sized handbag that features wraparound straps. You have pockets on the inside, and as you can see, it has mesh, and you have the mesh available in multiple colors. You got your pink, your purple, obviously the yellow that you see this bag made in, a nice green, a cool blue, and more of a neutral tan kind of color. Finished, this bag is 11 by 10 by 3 inches. And as you'll see with the other bag I'm going to show you, a great thing with mesh is that you can personalize and do embroidery on them. the zipper on the inside. These are a great reason to try their new zippers. You have the metallic one, which is really pretty. And of course, that is all available on checkerdisc.com. Move those out of the way. The second one in their alphabet series is the Becca Bag. Again, you have that beautiful, fun mesh that I showed you all those lovely colors from. And again, you can customize it. There are included embroidery designs that you can use, or you can make your own. So make sure to check out all of the zippers, zipper pulls, and more from Decorating Diva that are available on checkerdisc.com. All right, let me clear up my space a little bit. That just goes to show you how much that bag holds, because it was holding all of that mesh. So next we're going to move on to some new items from Jim Shore. His coloring books. We have a great one for Christmas. You got Santa, Gnomes, and Nutcrackers around the world. And there's info on the back of each one that talks about some, you know, some good quotes and info about the patterns. And then Angels and Inspirations. This one is a coloring book as well. It's lots of different designs. There are more than 30 folk art illustrations. And they're a nice size. And again, you have that spiral bound. We love spiral binding because it makes it so easy to flip your pages. You're not trying to crease things out so that they lay flat. From CNT Publishing, we have 2 origami sheet books. There are 333 sheets of paper in each. They are high quality double-sided paperback books. Kind of flip through it. It has beautiful designs in it. You do have multiples of each in it. And it includes 12 patterns. It teaches you how to fold the origami. I know Sasha is going to want this for her wife. Her wife has made us all origami that we have around our offices. So these are, I don't know, are they, I would say they're about 5 by 5. I should have checked that. Oops, I'll have to look that up. That's kind of important to know. But I would say 5 by 5. Here, that's kind of been hanging out in the corner of my screen. You're probably wondering what it was. Is a great example of what you can do with the Jody Houghton Designs fabric art panels that are 5 inches in diameter. That's probably where that 5 inches is coming from. I knew there was something, and it was just stuck in my head. You can just turn it into a nice bowl. These are great for just throwing your stuff in to keep things organized. She also put one of her buttons on it, which are all available on our website. Next, we have a new pattern designer, which is Corinne Sovey Design Studio. And they specialize in modern quilt patterns that are inspired kind of by a graphic design. You have a cute rainbow, black party, super cute ghost in the graveyard, Hocus Pocus. Anybody watch the new one that came out? I still haven't yet. Christmas cheer, love letters. We got some more Halloween stuff. So you'll want to see them all on our website. But welcome to Corinne Sovey Design Studio, to the Checker family. Also, we have some new ones from for Nancy Rink. You can see they're kind of grouped in their colorways. Got some 57-inch square, 71 by 85 inch. You have some larger, some smaller. This one's 76 by 96. Of course, your fabric requirements on the back. It's always nice to actually see the colors they are and what fabric collection they're from, which is specifically from Marcus Fabrics. So if you are absolutely in love with what you see, you can duplicate it to a T. Sasha, we're going to go ahead and skip right over that and say hi to a couple more people. Hello to Jennifer from Pin and Press in Mississippi. Hello, Dizzy Diva's Fabric Shop. Anne from Norway. Cynthia from Designs by Cynthia. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody is enjoying their Wednesday. Hello, Marianne from Friendship Star Quilt Shop in Pennsylvania. Karen from Missouri Star. Oh, Mariana from Mariana. I hope you were on earlier so you saw us showing your hexagon Christmas tree quilt. And hello to Vicky's from Annie Keepsake in North Carolina. I think we're going to move on to some stuff from Deco Workshop today. I want to touch base briefly about their new book that is available for pre-order right now on our website. It is the Zipper Pouch book. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing, because when I go kind of off my script, everybody in this room kind of panics a little bit, and I feel bad, but just kind of how it goes sometimes. So the Zipper Pouch book. So this has 14 adorable pouches and bags, and it comes with zippers. You guys know I love kits, things that come with everything, one-stop shopping. Yep, you're good there. And then of course it also talks about if you need extra hardware or zippers or kits, it's a nice guide on the back for the item numbers, which if you search those on our website will come up. There are more bag making kits that they list that are also all available on our website. So specifically now we're going to talk about the Scrappy Squeeze pouch, I believe. They actually sent me a bunch of different bags. So this one is a super fun square. It's nice, lots of room. This would be good for some of your bigger items like your embroidery snips and maybe even your seam or your seam ripper. Great for smaller things on the go. And then you have a rectangle one. You can see they added some cute embellishment to the ends. It kind of reminds me of a Christmas package, the way that it is created. You got a great little pencil pouch here. You can see this one is two different fabrics. You could obviously make it with one, or you can make it with two. And of course more of the zippers. I did post a couple of videos on our YouTube channel if you do not already follow our YouTube, specifically about this book and a couple of their other patterns. It goes into a little bit more detail and shows you more of them than I have, so I would recommend checking that out as well. And lastly for today, so you're going to want to get your questions in the comment section, because I do have my last two items from So Organized Design. First is the Modern Matte Bag. Isn't she nice and big? We love matte bags because mats are probably, besides your heavy sewing machine, one of the hardest things to transport when you're going places. because you don't want it to bend, you don't want it to get warped, and then they're kind of hard to carry around with everything else. They're just, you know, an odd big size. There's also instructions to make a smaller one. Your 12 by 18 inch mat would fit in this one. And then you have, this one's an 18 by 25, so you could fit a larger size mat in it easily. You have fun front pockets. You can put your notions, your rotary cutter, your ruler. You also have a nice Velcro kind of closure, so if it does get knocked around, your stuff's not going to come out. You also have pockets on the inside. As you can see, it's always hard to show the pockets. But you know, I love having options, and the size options are nice because you might be going somewhere that has more room and you want to take your bigger mat and you need the bigger bag. And then lastly is this adorable mini windsock. And you only need 3 fat quarters for this one. The kit includes the instructions, one of the pop-up springs, and your swivel hook, which you probably can't see, but I have it here. So it always looks great. You have everything you need included. The finish size does not include these strings because you're 3 inches wide by 23.5 inches tall, so that's just from the top of the sock to the bottom of your danglies. This is for indoors use. If you are going to use it outside, put a fabric protector on. We have a great one from Heat and Bond available on our website. So from So Organized Designs. So now let's see if anybody has any questions. I have a question for you guys. What is your favorite thing about Quilt Market? What is something you absolutely look forward to when you're at Quilt Market, no matter where it is that time of year? If it's spring, if it's in Houston, if it's in Pittsburgh, what is your favorite thing about Quilt Market? Let's see if we have any questions. We probably don't, because I'm just getting so dang good at this.
Mary said she looks forward to new fabric. Sandra said seeing new quilts.
Seeing new quilts, seeing the new fabric. Emma Rose, you're talking about a box of chocolates. Where is there a box of chocolates? Did I miss something? Are you sending me a box of chocolates?
It was for the Scrappy Squeeze pouch kit, the little zipper kit.
That would be great to put chocolates in this. Ooh, I'm gonna have to make one for market. And I'm just going to carry chocolates around. So come see me on chocolates. I shouldn't make that promise, but I'll probably have chocolate.
Too late, it's on the live.
Yeah, and just pull this back up. Tessa, you said you were going to have chocolates at Quilt Market. I see. Stephanie's happy the Quilt Market is a go. You love seeing the new products. It is definitely a great time to see the new products. So that's going to bring me back to reminding you, if you don't already have an appointment with your sales rep or Byron or Jim to come and kind of do a one-on-one while you're at Quilt Market, make sure you contact your sales rep or Jim and Byron, which their info and emails were put in the comment section, to schedule an appointment. In the footer of your email, just say, I want to see Chessa, and I'll make sure to see you. So I hope actually really to see everybody. If you are there, make sure you come and say hi. Oh, and now I'm supposed to send my chocolates to you, Emma Rose? I don't know about that. I'll eat them before they get sent out. New ideas and inspiration. There is a lot of that at Quilt Market. We are very excited to be back. We are still doing our Facebook Lives. We're going to do one every week this month leading up to Quilt Market. So if you can't make it, you will still get a great idea of all the items that are going to be there. Yep, so this continues through the whole month. And as always, we appreciate you being a Checker customer. If you do have a question and we happen to miss it or you think about it later, feel free to comment and someone will reply back. Again, there is a link in the description as well as a pinned comment that is to all the items that were showcased today, and they're all available on checkerdisc.com. So I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching, and I will see you back here next Wednesday on October 12th, and then I will see you in Houston real soon as well. Thanks so much, guys.